So we're at the south side, excuse me, at the south side. We're looking kind of northwest at the property. You can see it's an open meadow. We just came off of Marigold Drive, which is back behind us. Onto the property. So the whole south side is basically open. And then as we head to the north, we'll get into an area where you can see the logging. There was some logging. But what it did was it opened up the awesome views. So we're going to start here. We'll head north through this field on the four-wheeler. And then we'll take a look kind of at the tree line up there. And then we'll do a separate video going down around to the actual water. This does have actual, honest-to-goodness frontage on the real Niagara River, the big Niagara, I call it, because there is a little Niagara. But I think most people just call it the Niagara River. And we're just a few miles downstream from Bennett Springs State Park. So the premium spot on the premium river, basically in state of Missouri. I mean, this is amazing. And we've got actual river frontage. Let's go have a look. This is kind of interesting. If you look off in the distance, you can see that newer home that's been built up there. Very nice home. And he's built on a bluff above the river so that he can kind of have that river view. And he technically has water access or water frontage. He's got actual water frontage on the Niagara, but he can never get to it because in order to get that view, you generally have to build on a bluff like that. So you have to choose, do I really want this river view, which is spectacular? Or do I want to get to the water, be able to fish and float and, you know, mess around on the kayak with the grandkids? But then if you make that choice, then you don't have any view. Well, these tracks up here amazingly have both. We've got an amazing view and the actual river frontage. So pretty darn unique. I just like to show that gorgeous, gorgeous home, but he didn't have the option of having the view and the frontage, so he had to choose just the view. Where here, you get both. Now this is actually super pretty up here. We're just about to the tree line. As I mentioned earlier, these tracks were logged. We didn't do the logging, we got them after they were logged. We haven't spent any time cleaning them up. Oftentimes we'll have our guys come in and on a piece of this size, it probably takes 2 to 3 days with a skid loader to do this kind of cleanup. And basically what they do is they use a grapple bucket on the skid loader and they'll pick up these tops and stuff and scoot them into a big pile and either burn them or cut them for firewood or let someone else have them for firewood. But we haven't done that on these tracks because we just got them and we've had a lot of projects right now. So what we've decided to do is just sell them as they are, drop the price way down, and that gives our buyers the chance to either clean them up themselves and create some instant equity, or just leave them as they are. And that's the most common thing to do with land that's been logged. Is it's opened up these. There goes a deer. And another one looking at me. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to wake you. There were a couple deer right down there. I interrupted their nap. But the most standard thing to do with land that was logged is just leave it for a few years, and these tops and trunks you see, they'll rot away, and the remaining trees they'll grow much more quickly without the competition from the other trees. Those deer went down the hillside, but you can see I can see the river in the distance, the Niangua. You can see that beautiful river bottom. This actually could be thinned out more in order to improve that view. You could have a stunning view of the whole river bottom of your property right to the water. A lot of people don't like to thin out trees, and I can definitely see that, but I think for a view, for something you and your friends and family are going to enjoy for generations, thinning out a few trees is okay. And in this case, it would make this just stunning. But anyway, you could certainly continue going north and go down this hillside. It does get a little steeper though, but the preferred method would be just hop in your car or truck and take that gravel road around to the bottom, right back to your private tract, and to the river. So if you've been waiting for a unique property, you might not want to wait, because once these are gone, we just haven't had anything like this in 15 years. So this is pretty amazing tract for a few lucky people, for pretty amazing project, I should say, for a few lucky people.